So when did you guys meet?
We met 7 years ago. Yeah, it would be about 7 years ago.
2017?
Yeah, she was 17.
I was 17.
That's bad.
Nice. And we don't have to go into every detail, but like, how did you guys meet?
Yeah, but tell the story better.
We met 3 times before he remembered who I was the 4th time.
Yeah, I was in my own world back then.
We met at church. Nui was a part of a church for many years, and then I found God and went to the same church that Nui was going to for the first time. And over the course of maybe the first 6 months that I was at church, Nui and I met a few different times, and he kept forgetting me, so he kept trying to introduce himself to me. Like,
It's all psychological.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's paid off. So.
Yeah.
no, but I did not like him. I thought he was the most arrogant person because I was like, come on, we've done this before. And he wasn't doing it to flirt. He was doing it like, oh, hi. And then he would walk away. Like, he could not care less. And I thought he was so arrogant. Definitely not the type of guy that I foresaw myself with. And I was not the type of girl that he was looking for. So, yeah, we were just polar opposites.
So how did it go from that to you thinking he's the total opposite, you not even remembering her, to then actually coming together and starting to talk a bit more?
Yeah, I think, obviously, I always thought, she was attractive when I did notice her. And I think that was it. Hey, like we met, I think it was at Mooloolaba one time, and that's kind of when I did remember her. I don't know. She says, like, I met her twice before that, but I don't remember that. But yeah, where did we find common ground? I think we both we didn't. You had a dog, and I really did love dogs, so I said, hey, let's take the dog out for a walk, and then that was kind of the first day. We took the dog out for a walk on the beach. And just sat on the beach for hours just talking.
Oh, nice. Man.
So, and that's kind of where it started.
And you guys obviously had that common ground of you both were into your faith.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, I was at church, I've been serving at church for, I think, 6 years before I met you. And was like a brand new Christian. So, yeah, that's kind of,
you were looking for a pastor.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for someone that was like, fully into church and, serving God and didn't think I'd ever, marry or even date like a fresh Christian. I don't know why, but that was kind of my thinking back then, but it's been the best ever since.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely dive a bit deeper into your faith because I'm from a very religious family too. I probably lost touch with a few things which would like to sort of revisit, but
dude, let me help you, bro.
we'll get into that. You sort of spoke about it, Alex. That you sort of wanted someone who wasn't necessarily just a fresh Christian, someone maybe who knew a bit more about the practices and things like that.
Yeah.
In terms of when you guys were young, then did you see yourselves with a particular person? Because we've done this with a few of the other guests. I'll go first. And look, I always thought I was going to marry a white person.
Right.
Yeah.
My whole life. Alex is the first Asian person I've ever dated.
Crazy,
and we married. So
yeah, wow.
And there's obviously reasons why. It's media. It's who you're around. I mean, we both went to schools where it's only white people.
Exactly.
So either if you want to go first, what was it like when you were younger? Did you envision yourself with?
I always knew I'd marry an Australian.
Yeah.
Same thing, like, because there's no Asians on the Sunshine Coast, right? So, I guess the women that you grow up with, they're all white, and all on TV as well, as you said, they're all white girls. So in my mind, I was like, I'm definitely going to marry a white person, and that was kind of what I wanted, right? So yeah, and seeing, I guess, family friends all date Asian people, they kind of were like, do you find Asians attractive, or, and I was like, not really.
Yeah, which is, it's fair.
Yeah. And so, I always knew. And kind of always wanted half caste babies. So
It's working out so far.
Yeah.
He's a good looking boy.
He's a cutie.
yeah,
What about you, Amber? Did you have any visions when you were younger?
No, I wouldn't say I did have any visions of what I wanted to end up with or who I wanted to end up with, should I say. But I definitely never had any thoughts of dating
an Asian. Yeah.
Like I had dated...
Yeah, your sister always said she would date.
Yeah, my sister growing up, my older sister, she was always obsessed with Asians. And yeah, it was always like, I want to date an Asian, I want to marry an Asian. And I just never touched that territory. Like I never really thought about it. And I had a boyfriend in high school for like 5 years. And he's really the only person I've ever dated. So he was white. He was pretty much the most Australian person you could.
Wasn't he like 6'2", had like 6-pack?
Okay. So he was really my only like type, and he was the standard because that's what I knew.
Yep.
And then I wouldn't say I was super attracted to Nui when I first met him. I also had a bit of a grudge against him. So like, you know, there was nothing, there was no spark. Yeah, there was no spark, and until like one day I saw him serving on like playing guitar on stage, and I just remember God being like, give him a shot. And then instantly like attraction hit.
Yeah, wow.
And then honestly, I'll tell you now, I'd probably only stick to Asians. I'm really attracted to Asian men now. Like that is since marrying Nui. Like I watch K-dramas.
Must be doing something right.
Yeah, like
it's the K-dramas, trust me.
I watch K-dramas. I listen to Korean music. I just...
It's BTS.
No, it's not. But like, yeah, Asian men I find really attractive, and I don't really look twice to an Australian guy. You know?
I mean... You are married to him, so
yeah. So you would hope that
But no, it's interesting that's kind of the
it
psychological
totally
change.
Flipped. I did not think about it, but I never really had a type either. Growing up, someone, you know, your friends go, "What's your type?" And I'd always be like, "I don't have a type." Like if I fall in love with someone, no matter like who they are, I fall in love with them.
Well, a 15 or 16-year-old guy is whatever girl likes him back, or whatever person likes him back. That's your type.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Take whatever you can get at that point. And just on your sister, then, did you ever talk to her and ask her why? What is the attraction? Was it the aesthetic? Was it the culture?
I think it's the aesthetic. I think.
But she had a Asian best friend growing up, right?
Yeah, her best friend was Japanese.
Yeah, so
girl.
that probably a girl.
Yeah.
So that probably and she probably was exposed to
watching some J dramas.
Yeah, she was probably exposed to it more than I was, and I know that she was a little like when I started dating Nui, because she was like, he's Asian, like what if I like him? Yeah, she was kind of like, hold on, I should get dibs, he's Asian, like, you know. I was
so they were fighting over me at the start.
But she's actually living in South Korea now, so she's like charging.
Yeah, she's living it up
in the candy shop.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, no, I just think it was just her type.
Yeah. I think definitely, we sort of touched on it. It's the dramas, it's the music. Just, I think, across the board, like Asian culture is more, popular is not the word, but it's just more ingrained. Yeah. Before, you know, you'd be hard to find a bloody sushi shop. Yeah. Now, everywhere you go, there's Asian food, and it's pretty standard now, I think.